Page 9. Identify the characteristics for each power function graphed. Let's look at this one right here. The type of function this is a cube root. And the abbreviation for cube root is cbrt. There is no axis of symmetry and there's no extrema. The center h comma k would be right here, and that's at 1 comma 1. The domain and the range for cube root functions is all real numbers, negative infinity to positive infinity. The x-intercept right here, it would be 2 comma 0, and then the y-intercept is right here, that's 0 comma 2. And there are no asymptotes on this page. If you look at the next one, this one is a quadratic. The axis of symmetry is when the line goes through the vertex, and that would be at x equals -2. The extrema, this is a high point, so that's a max. The vertex is at -2 comma 0. The domain is all real numbers. And then the range is from negative infinity to 0. The x-intercept is -2, 0. And then the y-intercept would be 0 comma -4. And then there are no asymptotes here. Let's look at one more on this page. So if we look at this one, this is a square root function. And the abbreviation for square root is sqrt. There's no axis of symmetry, no extrema. H comma k would be this point right here, which is -1 comma -1. The domain, it goes left forever, so it's negative infinity, and then it stops right here at -1. The range starts at -1, goes up forever to infinity. The x-intercept would be at -2, 0. And then there is no y-intercept because it doesn't cross the y-axis, so you put none. And then there's no asymptotes. Let's do one more on this page. There's also cubic functions. So this one is cubic. There's no axis of symmetry, no extrema. The center would be this point right here, h comma k, is 0 comma 1. Domain and range for cubic functions is all real numbers, just like for cube root functions. The x-intercept is right here. We have 1 comma 0, and then the y-intercept is also the center in this case, 0, 1. And then there are no asymptotes. Okay, let's look at page 10. More characteristics. Let's look at 2 on this page. Let's look at these. So, this is a square root, so we just put sqrt. There's no axis of symmetry, no extrema, and there's also no asymptotes. The h comma k is going to be 1 comma 2. Domain, it looks like it goes left forever, so that's negative infinity, and then it stops at h, which is 1. And then the range is down up y. It goes down forever, so that's negative infinity, and then it stops at k, which is 2. And then we have the x-intercept, which is -3, 0. And then we have the y-intercept, which is 0, 1. Okay, let's look at this one. This one is a cube root function, so we could put cbrt. Axis of symmetry, none. Extrema, none. Asymptotes, none. The center h, k is right here. We have the point 1, 0. The domain and range for all cube root functions is all real numbers, negative infinity to the positive infinity. Our x-intercept is right here. It's the center in this case, which is 1, 0. And then the y-intercept is labeled for you since it has a decimal, 0, 0.5. Okay, try the rest of these on your own. We are done with writing out the characteristics of each of these graphs. Tell me, what do all of these graphs in the left-hand column have in common, and what differ about them? And then what is in common about all the graphs in the right-hand column, and how are they different? Explain those at the bottom of your page.